everybody, how are we doing today? Today, believe it or not, we're testing another Shark IQ. However, this time it is without the self-empty bin. The reason why I decided to go ahead and try this guy is because a few people have commented saying how much they love their Shark IQ, but it's the one without the self-empty bin. And that got me thinking about all the bad things about the one with the self-empty bin. And the major problem with that all lies in the dirt bin itself. And when you pop this guy open, as you can see, this is a much larger dirt bin. So the reason why I hated the Shark IQ with the self-empty bin, the bin could barely handle any debris. And then of course, most of you know there's no dirt bin sensor to tell it to go back and empty itself. So I thought, why not go ahead and try this out? I know the dirt bin is much larger, therefore it's gonna handle a lot more debris. It still does a very good job with hair, which we'll be doing a stress test on this one in the next video. And I wanna see if it's louder for some reason with the rollers, because it could have been the design of the dirt bin with the one with the self-empty bin, or if this one's just gonna work better overall. So I'm just gonna have it clean a small area for us today. See how well it does, see if it can make a map right away. And then I'll run it a couple more times and then I'll probably do a stress test. And I think it can probably handle the stress test pretty decently. Hopefully most of you know what I'm talking about with the dirt bin size. So I'll see if my theory is true. So for this test, it should be very easy for this guy. Simple pickup of some Fruity Pebbles on the carpet. Not very much. And then a little bit of Fruity Pebbles on the hardwood floor. Overall, I think it's going to do a really good job with this pretty easy test. And I think it might even do a pretty dang good job with the stress test, just because that dirt bin is so much larger than the ones I've always complained about. That's why I'm doing these tests. I don't know, and I really want to see if I can recommend this thing at all. Another reason why I bought this, I paid only $180 off eBay, brand new in the box, so it's never been ran. I did the software update, and looks like August 4th, 2020 is their newest update as of now. Please let me know in the comments if that's not correct, or if you guys have a newer update that I'll be needing to get. So it's a Sharky number 4, 100% battery. Let's go ahead and clean. And right off the bat, tell me if you agree. I think it's very loud for a standard setting. I was hoping it'd be a little bit quieter, maybe with a different bin design. But compared to like a Roborock or the new Wyze with the LiDAR for 200 bucks, this thing is much louder. Not so much the suction loudness, but it's like the roller. But that's also part loud because it does such a good job with detangling hair. Really is doing a kind of a poor job picking up the Fruity Pebbles as well. Not what I had in mind right away. I actually really thought I was gonna be praising this thing right off the bat, but we're gonna let it do its thing, kind of fully clean this room, and then at the end of this video we'll see if it gives us any type of map whatsoever off the first run, which I have heard people have been getting with the newest update. So And I'm gonna try to keep in mind this thing's only 180 bucks, so it's very cheap. A good comparison for this guy is gonna be the new Wyze with LiDAR that I only paid $200 for. He's just not doing a good job. Go ahead and check out the decibel count on carpet compared to hardwood. We're peaking at 76, that is quite high. And once again, that's not even a suction sound, that's the rollers. So if you're gonna have a vacuum being that loud, you want it loud for a reason, meaning you have great suction power. It's doing really, really, really bad on the hardwood floor for some reason. I've never had a Shark IQ do that bad on a hardwood floor. That's surprising. I'm sorry, I know I keep mentioning it, but this thing is so freaking loud. Even from here, it's just, if I was in this room with this thing cleaning, you wouldn't be able to watch TV, you wouldn't be able to do anything with this thing in the background. Alright guys, the Shark IQ without the self-empty bin is done. And yeah, let's take a look at how it did. Not a very big mess whatsoever. However, this guy did a terrible job. Bunch of Fruity Pebbles there. You know, a couple around here, not too many in this section. And even the hardwood floor still looks terrible after it's finished because I barely put anything down. So once again, I am surprised by a Shark. Every time I keep trying these out, I keep saying, I have a feeling this one's gonna be good. Now, of course, I'm aware that was the first run ever, so there is no map of any kind. But for it to miss this much when it clearly went over it, that's kind of a big shocker. So yeah, not too happy once again, but I will be running it again. The next one's going to be the stress test after it should have a map now, so it should clean much better the second time, and it's going to be put through that stress test. Every single robot I get, this is the exact same way I treat them. I do a quick, simple test, followed by a stress test, then followed by a larger floor plan test, and stuff like that. Let's see if it's given us any new information on the app. It looks like there might be something new there. All right, there's the map it's given me. I'd say for a first run, it's not too bad. It's not super accurate though, but it's not bad. As you can see, it's here against the wall. You can see it goes that way. But that's more of a straight line wall than a curve. And it goes around, and you do see the cutout for my computer chair at my desk. So this is probably the best map it's ever made out of one run. So I am happy with that. Let's go ahead and view the map. Yes, similar. You can even create rooms off the first run, which is really nice. I'm not going to do that right now just because it's a small testing area, but you can do it. So this one does not have no-go zones, which, if you remember the previous Sharky 3 that I had with the smaller self-empty bin, that one you could make no-go zones, but you can't with this one. That's kind of weird. All right, let's go ahead and check out the dirt bin. You see much, much larger. This little bit would probably almost fill up the Shark IQ with this self-empty bins bin. As you can see, it pulled a ton of fibers out of the carpet and little hairs. And quite a bit of dust. I will say, it does a pretty dang good job on carpet. It is pretty powerful, but it did not do a good job on this particular test overall. But once again, that's in part because there was no map made. So next up is going to be the stress test once again. I don't know what to think because of how much it left with this small, very basic everyday test. But we're going to find out. I think it'll handle the debris fine, whereas the previous Shark IQ with the self-empty bin would pretty much air out for a stress test, or the bin would get so full that it just runs over stuff instead of cleaning it. So I don't see that being an issue at all with this guy, but we'll just see how good it actually cleans. So first, initial impressions on this particular one. Gotta say, not very happy once again. I don't know why I keep ordering these. People keep saying that they love theirs, and I'm like, well, you know what? I haven't tried the one without the bin, so let's just go ahead and try it. And first test, not happy again. It's still very, very loud. It did not do a good job cleaning, but we will see on the stress test now that it has a small map of this room. It should have a better lines and clean a little bit better, but there's going to be 10 times the debris that you saw in this video, so we'll see. Let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see with this guy. If you want me to do a full floor plan again, the mega stress test perhaps, anything else that you want to see. Also, let me know what you guys think about me trying this guy out again. I only did it because some of my viewers said they love theirs, and I wanted to see why they loved it. Maybe it's the only vacuum they've ever used, robot-wise, and it's all they know, so they think they love it. But when you put it up against a Roborock, or even that brand new Wise, I'd pick the Wise over this every day of the year. So if you're new, please do me a favor, like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And have yourselves an awesome day. See you in the next video.